Now they have a new plan. They're getting involved in transitioning people's genders. Planned Parenthood, at the very center of that debate. Abigail Shrier is here to explain their role. Straight ahead. Planned Parenthood is America's #1 provider of abortions, but pregnancy rates are declining dramatically. So now Planned Parenthood has another revenue stream: kids who identify as transgender. One Planned Parenthood employee put it this way very bluntly, quote, "Trans-identifying kids are cash cows, and they're kept on the hook in terms of follow-up appointments, blood work, meetings, etc., whereas abortions, hopefully, are a one-and-done situation." I thought you might want to know about this. Abigail Shrier knows a lot about it. She's the author of Irreversible Damage, The Transgender Craze Seducing Our Daughters. She's a brave voice. She joins us tonight. Abigail, thanks for coming on. Planned Parenthood is involved. Outline this for us, if you would.
Sure. In the last decades, as you said, the rates of abortion have plummeted in America to the lowest they've been since 1973 when Roe v. Wade was decided. So Planned Parenthood, which has a large infrastructure to support, has found a second revenue stream that is incredibly lucrative. As you said, these young girls become lifetime patients. Once you medically transition, you become a lifetime patient, and the drugs are extremely expensive.
So Planned Parenthood takes a huge amount of federal money. Does any of that money wind up as part of this revenue stream?
I don't know, but I can tell you that, this is something that has gone from, 26 clinics were providing testosterone, and Planned Parenthood clinics were providing testosterone only 5 years ago. Now 210 Planned Parenthood clinics provide testosterone, so it is clearly very big business for them. And they claim on their website to be the second largest provider of hormone treatments for trans-identified people.
So we spend a lot of time talking about the trans question. We're lectured a lot about it. I think most people, including me, have very little idea of what it means medically. You said that this is a long-term commitment between the patient and the healthcare provider. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, to maintain the effects of something like testosterone, you need to stay on it. Otherwise, you will end up in this in-between looking state. For a woman to maintain the effects, the secondary sex characteristics of a man, she needs to stay on massive, massive dosage. Now, that doesn't mean that some of the effects aren't permanent. Many of them are, but she still has to maintain that appearance, and she has to keep coming in for checkups to look at her blood levels. Now, that said, very often these teenagers who come in at 18, and yes, far below 18, depending on the state, to a Planned Parenthood clinic, very often they never see a doctor.
I mean, I think we know that there are long-term health effects of flooding your body with hormones that you don't naturally produce. Do we know what the long-term effects of this might be?
Well, some of them include infertility, vaginal and uterine atrophy, the risk of cardiac events, and of course the great unknown, which is that we've never done this to biological women for decades, and that's what we're doing now. So we really don't know all of the long-term effects.
Man, this is a conversation I think the country really needs to have, and I'm grateful that you're forcing it in some way at great expense to yourself. So thank you for doing that. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you.